What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Man Up coming at you with a video. Houston Rockets versus Los Angeles Lakers. Round 2, Game 3, 2020 NBA playoffs in the bubble. Wow, a lot to say there. Alright, let's go ahead and get into this particular game. My predictions and what I think should happen for a Rockets win. As you can see here, wearing my Rockets jersey. I'm prepared. I know the Lakers got their Black Mamas jerseys. Rest in peace to Kobe Bryant. That's still sad, even to this day. That's still sad. But rest in peace to him. Now, with all this being said, what I think the Rockets need to do to win this particular game. Well, this is what I think the Rockets need to do. I think Mike D'Antoni need to expand his bench play a little bit. For some odd reason, he like to run a tight ship from his bench, and that can wear people out. That can wear out, your players. I think Tyson Chandler need to be playing in this game. He needs to play. That's just what it is. I mean, going against a team like the Lakers, who big as they are, I'm talking about height-wise, big as they are, you got to play him. He's 7'1" or something, somewhere around there. Yeah, come on now. I know he's been in the league for 15, 16 years, somewhere around there. But he still got some juice in him, and you need to play him. So, also, too, what I think needs to happen is, I think our role players and our bench players need to step it up. I also think that Russell Westbrook needs to get out of this slump that he's in. Don't know what happened. When he first came back from playing, for being out for a few months, because at first I know he didn't join the team at first because he had caught the coronavirus. So he didn't join the team to play. So he was still, he was dealing with that. Then he had a quad strain, some kind of leg injury. I forgot what it was, but a leg injury. So he was out for a while. Then when he came back, I think it was game 5 against the Thunder. Of course, you expect a little slump, a little trying to get back into rhythm. You're going to expect that for a game or two. Hopefully not a full 2 games, but, Then game 7, it was the same way with the Thunder. Then game 1 against the Lakers, it seemed like he was out of that slump. He was doing his thing. Then game 2, he's back in that slump. Oh my God, what the hell? So he needs to get out of that slump. I think everybody else on the team has showed what they can do. I mean, everybody has. And what I think is that what we need other people from the Rockets to step up, like Austin Rivers, we need a little bit more. And like I said before, play Tyson Chandler in this series. I think the Rockets need to keep up what they're doing with the energy and the heart of what they got going on. Keep that up, of course. But then also, too, what I think needs to end up happening is we need to cut back on the turnovers. Because if you go back and look at the stats, of game 2 with the Lakers, the Rockets had, I think it was 19 turnovers. I'm going to look it up right now. Give me a second. Excuse me. I'm looking it up right now. Give me 1 second. No, the Rockets had 17 turnovers. And with a team like the Lakers, we need to cut that down. Yeah, granted, they had 15 themselves, but they the ones who won the game. So if you want to win this game, you got to cut that out. And Russell Westbrook had 7 of those turnovers himself. So that's the answer right there. Now, Russell Westbrook had about good 6, 7 turnovers. Got to cut that out. Anyway, with that being said, this is something here that I was just looking at before uh while I'm sitting here talking. I'm looking at some news right here. I saw that the NBA, the Lakers, Anthony Davis get flagrant foul for striking Jeff Green. Finna look see what it is that they're referring to. Give me 1 second. Oh, when he drove against Jeff Green, kind of elbowed Jeff Green in the midsection. To me, that's weak, but whatever. I'm not the NBA. I'm just a fan of it. Yeah. But anyway, so with that being said, though, I think today the Rockets need to keep up with the energy and the heart. Yeah, you lost this game, and that's fine. That is fine. You lost game 2, that's fine. But if you keep up that energy, and you keep up the spirits, we're going to end up taking game 3. Now, the Lakers did what they're supposed to do. They came off of blood. They felt embarrassed in game 1. And they came off of blood and did what they're supposed to do. They took care of business. Now, game 3, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but game 3 is going to be a home game for the Rockets. I don't know, because I noticed how they've been doing it. You know, for the home team, they'll put on the court, you know, the team's decals and all that stuff. And, you know, they're surrounded with more of the home team fans and all that. But like I said, I'd rather have this than nothing. So I take it. So this is my prediction for tonight's game. I think Russell Westbrook is going to come out of that slump. I know yesterday, not yesterday, what was it? Sunday, a lot of people were saying that it was because of Russell Westbrook that we lost. And like I said, I couldn't argue that point. I see what people were talking about. But I think the reason why I'm saying that is because Russell Westbrook is going to have a 30-point night. Westbrook, I'm writing this down right now. At least 30 points. 30 plus points. Harden going to do the same thing. 30 plus points. I also think that Austin Rivers is going to have I'm going to say 15 plus point night. Now, this is where I think we're going to end up winning this game. If we calm down, I know we like to play a fast pace sometimes. If we limit to at least, no more than 10 turnovers. So if we slow that down and limit ourselves to about 10 turnovers or less, we can win this game. Because I noticed when Rockets had that comeback, we wasn't turning the ball over, getting great looks at the basket, doing what we were supposed to do. And we had that comeback and we even took a lead. We gave the lead back once we started turning the ball over. And like I said, about 6 or 7 of those turnovers was Russell Westbrook. And like I said, I know he's in his slump, but he got to shake it off. I still got faith in him. He's on the Rockets. I got faith in him. He got to shake this slump off. He has to. So I'm going to give a score prediction as well. I'm going to say Rockets win. But I must also say, what should I think the score is going to be? I'm going to say 120 to, it's going to be a close game again because 5 points and 8 points is not a big deficit. 10 points is not really a big deficit either, but a lot of people say it is because when it's a double-digit win, a lot of people say, oh, it's a blowout, but whatever. So I'm going to say 120 to 116. Rockets win. That's my score prediction, 120 to 116. Because I think you got to win by at least 4 points, just in case. Just in case somebody try to hit a three at the end of the game. Anyway, with that being said, the Rockets going to win this game. I'm predicting Westbrook come out of this slump. I'm also predicting that Westbrook let me go ahead and add something to it. I'm also say he's going to have at least 8 assists. Yep, he's going to have at least 8 assists. Some of those assists is going to be towards our role players, our bench players. So with that being said, I'm sorry. I don't know where I get scared from. With that being said, I think that now what we're going to end up doing is this. Now we see what it is that the Lakers can do to beat us, which wasn't really by much. Like I said, 109 to 117, 8 points. I mean, the Lakers did what they were supposed to do. Now, I'm also predicting Jeff Green. He's going to be more on the defensive side. I know you because he's the tallest person that we got playing right now at 6'9", 6'10", something like that. Somewhere around there. I might be wrong, but something like that. So, him and Covington, I should say. Both was around the same height. So, but I'm predicting that Jeff Green is going to be a rim protector tonight. I'm not saying he's going to have a whole bunch of blocks. No. But I'm saying he's going to disrupt a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, at the end of this, I think this is going to prove that we can hang with this team. Because in the regular season, we got them 2-1. I know that's regular season. And I know y'all some Laker fans is going to say, well, this person didn't play, that person didn't play, or well, this and that. Injuries is a part of every sport. Life happens in every sport. So, no. But anyway, with all that being said, I do think this is going to be another exciting game. I don't think it's going to be boring. I do think that it's going to go down to the wire. Like I said, like with Oklahoma, I think it's going to go to 6 or 7 games, like the Rockets did with Oklahoma. And this is my prediction on this. I said the Rockets might win in 7 games. I do not think that the Rockets going to win in 5, 6 games. No, I never said a sweep. None of that. That would be totally disrespectful to the Lakers. And I'm not a disrespectful fan like that. Never have been, never will. I give credit where credit is due. Now, with all that being said, I do think that we can win this and advance to the next round. I do think that the Rockets keep up that momentum, keep up that energy, that focus, that drive. We can do it. I am predicting that Westbrook come out of this slump. And as y'all saw me writing it down, I'm predicting this. So it's going to happen. So with all that being said, I am finna go ahead and get up out of here. I'm finna chunk the deuce. This is your boy Man Up. And as always, you see this man cave. Sorry, I gotta kick you out the man cave. Holla.